Alright, so I picked up the Saab. I got a long drive back. But there she is. Just a little sneak peek. Yeah, once I get the car all situated back at the house, then I can go more in depth with it. Gotta make a pit stop at Hardee's. Gotta feed the machine. Alright, so here is my 1992 Saab. The paint's a little faded. It's a little dirty. Honestly, it doesn't look that bad though. The Saab emblem's all faded. That is seasoned to place, but I mean it's pretty cool. I think we got headlight wipers. Yeah, the grill's got little cracks in it. But I mean, it's not something you can really see unless like you're really looking for it. Cool plastic bumpers. Oh my God, what is going on here? Yeah. Hopefully I'm not being too optimistic here. That's cool. We got a little dent on the rim. These are 15s. I mean, I really like this windscreen. It's got like a bubble look to it. And they did this for two reasons. So one was because, you know, they build jets and it's kind of reminiscent of like, I don't know, a bubble canopy. And then two, it's for room for your noggin. So you get into an accident, you're gonna fly forward. It just gives you that much extra room so your head does not strike that windshield, which is a pretty cool safety feature. Yeah, I see it's a little dirty. We got stickers back here. These are definitely coming off. Cherry bomb. I know the guy who had this before had a cherry bomb muffler on it. He said it was too loud and too much droning, so he replaced it. I hope the muffler is more towards the middle because I don't see one here. It is kind of loud, and I hope this thing isn't straight piped. I like my cars to be quiet. I mean, I drive a WRX as a daily, but that's probably as loud as I would go with it because I know that car does not have resonators from the factory. Get the antenna. It's a little crooked. Rear spoiler. This is very like Alfa Romeo like, where it's like a kind of like a, I don't know what it is, like a rubber. It's really flexible. But yeah, it's a cool look. Tint's coming off. I don't know if somebody hand did this at home. It definitely wasn't done by a professional, and I don't like the purple kind of haze to it. So we're gonna return that to stock. Obviously mismatched. I mean just look at the condition of the paint as it is right now. I think I can just get away with just doing a spray can job. You know, I just buy a polyurethane based OEM paint color and then just kind of paint it. We're missing the badging, 900S. Saab. These taillights are pretty cool. This reminds me of like Land Rovers back in the 70s. So you just got just a few screws and then they come out. Ooh, this is Tampa. Wonder how long this car was in Tampa. I mean, I didn't pull a Carfax or anything. Probably explains why its body is in kind of good condition, considering we're in the Midwest and it's 30 years old. I mean, all these panels look pretty straight. I mean, look at that. I don't know what that is. Pretty cool. Not really too sure that's from factory there. I mean, I guess it does the job. I mean, at least they painted it to match. Interesting. Yeah, the door actually works. It just doesn't open on this side. I have to open it from the inside. Got these little rain gutters right there. I just really thought of everything. Oh, I'm missing a side marker light. Yeah. So like there's no traditional sill, because a normal car would have this and kind of extend out like that. So like when you go in, you have to go like that, right? Kind of clear the sill. But this one, they pretty much just made the sill non-existent, so you can just come straight out. And they did that just because like it's Sweden, right? And they thought about like people and ergonomics and like snow and mud and dirt. You know, usually it gets caked down on the sills, and then you don't want it to be brushing against your clothes, and then you get all dirty. So they did that so it can keep you nice and clean, and it just makes everything easy. But yeah, this interior, I mean, I'm pretty sure this isn't factory. We got moose patterns everywhere, just mooses. Yeah, so this is definitely gonna get changed to OEM spec. I'm just not a fan of that. What we got back here, some seafoam, can of Red Bull. Okay. Yeah, I don't have a back seat, so you see there's like this wood block. And just nothingness. So I need to source myself a back seat. As cool as a two-seater is, I used to have a Miata, and I kind of missed having the ability to carry more than just one other person in the car with me. Pretty cool luggage space, though. Yeah, these windows, they open up like this. I think I need new rubber on these window trims. They're a little dry rotted and shrunk, so they don't really seal all the way, so I don't want the elements coming in here. And it was the same for the other side. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, it's the battery. That's the original battery. That, like the dude before me, he bought this back in July. He did a lot of little things to it, so he changed out the battery. He put in a new oxygen sensor too. We'll get more on that later. But, you know, this is a really nice color for the interior. I mean, I wish it was the leather seat option. I mean, if you look at the Saabs, like their 900s, their leather seats are just, those are just the cat's meow. The dash is cracked. I feel like that's a forever thing. Like you expect this, just like those Nissans from the 90s, like those 240s and 180s. Like they always have a cracked dash. You got airbags. Missing the horn buttons. Now the dash, it doesn't really work. Like, I think the revs work, and that's about it. The clock doesn't work. The speedometer doesn't work. The fuel level might work, actually. And I think the guy told me the temp thing didn't work, so that's kind of need to know that kind of stuff, especially if the engine's overheating. Seat warmers. So yeah, even though it's cloth seats, this car has seat warmers in it, which is pretty neat. Unleaded fuel only. So yeah, if you know anything about Saabs, they designed this car to be like ergonomic. So as a driver, like everything is just within eye shot here. And the dash has this subtle curve going towards like your eyes. And they put the most important things, that like the most things you're going to use most often. And then they put the things you're going to use most often up top to like the least often. So obviously a radio up top, climate controls, and then just like the rest. I guess that's a cigarette lighter. I guess there's supposed to be one there too for maybe the passengers. Interesting. We have window control buttons. It does have power windows. I just don't know why there's 4 when we've only got 2, because those pop out. So yeah, so this window actually goes down. Well, the motor works. It doesn't go down. I lied. It's just I gotta figure out why. So it might be a disconnect or something's loose in there, but yeah, just another thing to add to the list, along with the door that doesn't open from the outside. Jesus Christ, this is a lot. This is excessive. Like, what are we covering up here? What didn't he tell me about? Okay, so let's look at the engine bay. So we just gotta pop that open. Look at that. Like, where's the rust? I mean, I'm not saying it's rust free. I mean, there's definitely a little bit of rust in the bottom. There you are. Okay. I knew it. Now, what's cool is the ergonomics of all this. I mean, just look at this. Just make things so nice and easy for everybody. It's fantastic. And then you can see, like, the rust is pretty minimal. I mean, you got a little bit of caking there in the paint, but not too bad.